Good morning, good morning.
Good morning, good morning. All right. Good morning, my people. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another beautiful session over here. And it seems like pound yen. What's this? Oh, yeah, the matrix filter. Yeah, I don't know where this matrix filter came from, but we got the matrix filter today. It's going to get better later on. But,
Thanks for the hope.
oh, let's just mute everybody. All right. Awesome. Welcome, welcome to the kingdom here, everybody. What we're going to do is, first of all, whenever we come to the charts, we don't have to kind of like rush into trades or rush into things. I saw earlier that somebody said that, hey, like, you know what, the gold is pretty confusing, not sure where gold's going to go. What we're going to do right now is we will first identify where this low is on pound yen. This is at 138,900. So I guess if we break below 138,900, we can continue on down towards 138,750. So that's something I'm going to keep in mind over here. With that said, let's go back to gold over here and let's see what's going on. Because if someone was confused, what you got to do is first you have to go to the daily time frame, right? When you go to the daily time frame, you kind of see price is still here, like still waiting at this point. So you go to the 4-hour time frame, and what you're going to see over here is you'll see that okay, we're creating some sort of a support right here on the 4-hour, and then at the same time we're creating some sort of a resistance up over here at 1840. Right? Then we go down to the 1-hour time frame. And what we see is that, okay, we got a resistance up over here and we got a support down over here. And now when you measure this range, this is a 100 pip range. Man, that's a 100 pip range. So looking down to the 30-minute time frame, what you can see now is that, okay, we have a support form down over here and probably some sort of a, yeah, it's probably some sort of a rejection area over here as well. So, I mean, yeah, gold is in a very weird spot right now. For gold to continue moving up, you'll need it to break above 1836 to slowly move up. But if you want it to move down, you'd want price to maybe, like, the only thing is I'm probably concerned about 1834 right over here, because gold may come down and then start to kind of reject this area right over here as well. So that's why I would look for buys above 1836 for price to continue moving up. Right? Or if we can like smoothly come below this level, then we can continue moving down. So, the best way to identify zones is on the 1-hour time frame, 4-hour time frame, where things are much more cleaner, and then go to the small time frames. Because sometimes on the small time frames, if you don't see zones clearly, then basically gold's just ranging. Then you gotta wait for price to kind of like print some sort of patterns that you can recognize. Something that we can see on pound yen right over here. Because as price starts breaking the low at around, 138, 897, 894, then we have all this range to continue down. We got this 14, 15 pip range down over here. Let's take a look at the 15-minute. Yeah, it makes sense for price to continue down once it breaks below. What's going on with the screen over here? Why is it green? Well, I guess green it is then. All right. Okay, so let's take a look over here. Actually, oh no, wait, hold on. We're slowly coming down. We've created a wick up top, and if we break below, yeah, I think we can continue down to fill these wicks here to the left, like 138, 750. That could be a pretty good target. So just gotta wait on for this opportunity once it comes down. But the only thing you'll have to be careful about is going to be all these rejections here to the left hand side. That's the only thing I'm cautious about right over here. these rejections, you know. So even though if we do break, I'll keep these rejections in mind, because even a slight candle closing against you or moving against you can make price go up, you know. So that's why you'll need a swift move below 138, you know, 890 for price to continue down. All right, let's take this was an impulse entry to right over here. Secured 11 pips down here, secured 20 pips. Beautiful. Yeah, this is pretty good. Pretty amazing. Let's take a look at this chart on GJ. Take a sell below the support created to fill the previous wick. That's exactly my idea here as well. Or buys if broken and close above this level and impulse entry on the break of the high time frame above here. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens, you know, because if we break below, then we can continue going up. But if we can kind of like create a support above, you know, 138.950, around this area, if we can like, you know, break up, then we have this range to continue moving bullish. You know, we got this 18 to 20 pip range. So we got both sides of the coin covered at this point. So still waiting on price breaking the low, because if it does, man, I think we're going to continue moving down, at least for 10 pips, I'd say. Let's see here. Yeah, we got around like 138, 780 area. Something wrong with your streaming. The quality is bad and you are green. Yeah. Yeah, that's a couple things wrong over there. The quality is bad and you're green. Now, I think you need to adjust your... Oh, you're right. It is kind of off. The resolution is lower today. Well, that's okay. All right, we're slowly coming down. One more little push and we have broken below 138. You know, 895, and we can continue going bearish. Let's take a look at your JPY here. All right, looking at your JPY is also trying to come down. Let's just do some fresh analysis. Actually, we don't need to do fresh analysis because price came up to where we had plotted the zone back in the Asian session. So basically we created a resistance up over there, and right now price is coming down to a potential support right over here. This is a potential support even looking left right here, right? So we'll have to wait and see how price is going to react to this level, because if we create a support at this level, then we can say, okay, you know what, we can have a bounce from 126.315 and we can sort of like continue up in this range. It's like a 14-15 pip range, right? But if we break below this area, then we know that below the next range is like 5-6 pips away, so there's nothing we can do at that point, right? So we'll have to wait how price is going to react to this support to see if we can continue breaking down, or are we going to respect the support to continue moving up. Pound yen is still in that area there, kind of like thinking whether we should continue down or... Okay, there we go. It should continue down now. Yeah, this is it. This is the moment. 138.780. You know, stops are basically at, you know, 8 pips, 9 pips away above this current candle. Okay, look at that. Look at that move. Wow. So see, at this point, you should be securing positions. I mean, putting stops at, I would say stops at break even would be okay at that point, you know, because this is a rejection area, so we have to be very, very careful. You know, price can either reject it quickly or it can continue moving at this point. Yeah, man, this is awesome. Broke below the low, coming down. You got the wicks here to fill through left hand side. Tapped into 138.800. If you can continue down a little bit more, 138.780, a little bit more, you know, I think that's going to be pretty good. That's going to be pretty good targets for today. for this move, especially here. All right, 138, 800, 780. Perfect. Wow, what a beautiful move over here. Man, price did continue down here, and congratulations, everybody. If you took this sell, I mean, there was no way anyone should have missed these sells. You know, there's absolutely no way. You know, you should have gotten these sells. Awesome, man. Look at the time. 15 minutes into the stream. You know, it's 15 minutes into the stream. First winning trader for the day. Really easy. Even YouTube, you guys had the lag there, but still, you know, like, I mean, it was just here. You had a 9, 10 pip stop. Your take profit was 10, 11 pips. Amazing. Just like a Ponzi scheme, you know. So well done, everyone. You all won at the Ponzi scheme today. And again, with the Raja Bankson team, it's a Thursday. Normally it's the last trading day because Fridays are chilling days, you know, but man, awesome. So if you guys took this trade on the Gulag, just give a like on the stream, you know, it helps a lot of people. What I'm sad is we only have 1,500 people here, so I guess 2,000 people missed out on this. But yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Okay, all right. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is pound yen. Would have been good to open a sell at this point. Bearish candle. Yeah, it was pretty good because look, price came down to this support over here. Would have been pretty good at that point. Wow, amazing. Everyone caught this sell. Beautiful. Beautiful. Just crazy. Right? We came on. We saw price was kind of like breaking the support, but we needed confirmation. And what was our confirmation at this point? Our confirmation was that once price breaks the low over here, then there's a high probability the price is going to continue down. And when we look to the left hand side, we have these wicks over here. And we know that wicks don't lie. You know, like wicks are basically, if price is moving in the direction of where there are the wicks, those wicks, they become destinations, right? Price came down, filled this area, boom, done. So for everyone who caught that trade, man, just be happy you caught a win today and just secure positions, put stops at break even and let the rest run. Because if this continues moving down without you getting stopped out, then that's going to be a bonus move, right? But what's this guy, man? In the Gulag, hey, listen, I know you're getting excited, but if you keep on spamming, we're just going to ban you here from the stream. So it doesn't matter if you're on my side or not, just don't spam, you know. People get super excited in the Gulag. What's this? All right. I would like to say thanks because the mentorship has helped me with technical analysis. It really does work. Yes. All right. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is back to my bed now I go. No over trading. Man, beautiful. Just go back to bed. You know? That's correct. Just go back to bed. They won the trade and amazing. What should I do if a candle closes with no wick? When a candle closes with no wick, you basically sit and watch and you see what the next candle is going to do. And when the next candle closes with no wick, and then you start to see, okay, what's the next candle going to do? And when you watch like 40, 50 candles closing with no wicks, then you kind of like, then you can create a bias that, okay, what normally happens when candles close with no wicks, you know, and then you can kind of like probably guesstimate, okay, what's the likelihood of these things happening? Because we've seen these things happen before as well, you know, like we have wicks to the left hand side and we think there's going to be a rejection, but price moves down. So the more you see these things happen, the more confident you get, right? That's why I was confident after we broke this low that price would continue moving down. And yeah, you know, like if you're fluid in the markets, you can basically get that move, and that's what we say about being fluid in the markets. All right, what's this? Any advice on how could I've stopped? How could I have avoided getting stopped out here? Okay, so you had the runner got stopped out by this candle. So where'd you secured? So you secured? I would assume that you secured because you don't have that information here, and that information is really important. So I would assume you secured, and yeah, basically put your stops at break even, and you got stopped out by spread. You know, if you're looking for a second entry, I think the second entry would have been right over here once we start breaking the low over here. Just like, oh, this was exactly like GJ over here too. Let's take a look at GU here for a little bit. Let's take a look at GU. Yeah, it was kind of like the same thing as GJ. You know, candle closed bearish here, next one broke the low and continued down. But how many pips was this? This was also like 13 pip move over here. Incredible. Now looking left. Yeah, now see, selling now is going to be pretty difficult, especially on pound dollar, because we're already making a low over here, you know, and before we make a low over here, we broke this support over here as well, you know. So if you look on the 30-minute time frame, yeah, so that was support we broke. So in the small time frames, you'll need some sort of a retracement, some consolidation to maybe like give you the idea that okay, now price should continue moving down. You know, but at this point, just kind of like waiting over here. Gold is also stuck at this point. Pound yen is retracing at that point, pretty good. You know, won the trade, man, so amazing. Like if I was trading in real life right now, I would have been done for the day. I would continue the rest of the stream as a joke. Like, okay, let's see what the gulag's doing and all that stuff. You know, because the job's done for the day. Yesterday had to wait 2 hours, 2.5 hours for the trade to show up. Today we waited what, 5 minutes? You know, that's it. Job's done. That's the beauty about trading. You get the job done, you call it a day, and you go to your wives or whatever, your kids. You're like, hey, honeys, daddy's done for today now. Daddy's done early. All right. Today I entered a trade. It retraced, came back down. I re-entered, got 10 pips, had a runner. If there's another good setup, would taking it be classed as a second or third trade? Oh yes, he already answered your question there. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is holy. What's going on here? Support form, price closed below, lows entered, once hit 5 pips, put stops at break even, close at 10 pips. See, when you put stops at break even after 5 pips, that's where your chances of getting stopped out become higher. You know, because when you're putting stops at break even too quickly and price retraces, the spread can basically take you out. So you'll have to be careful with that. So this thing is still open over here, pound yen. This thing is still moving. I won't be surprised if it keeps on dropping from this point. Let's take a look at this chart over here. Took sell position when this candle broke the previous low. Was this a cowboy entry? It was okay. It was okay, but I saw this candle as well, so I wanted to let this candle close and then take the sell on the next candle. That's what I was looking at. Alright, so let's see why the quality of the stream is so bad. Oh, I think the resolution is changed. So you'll have to fix the resolution yourself. Okay. Let's see if I can. All right, so we're going to restart the stream over